Hey there, welcome back to Mustard Seed Homesteading, and today I'm going to show you how I plant my onion starts in my green stalks. So the first thing I do when I am planting anything in my green stalks is I get every single supply that I need. The first thing are my onion starts or any seedlings, but today we're doing onion starts, and these are the Texas Sweet. I bought these from Dixondale Farms out in Texas. Next, you're gonna need your potting soil. I absolutely love the Bacto brand. It's a light premium potting soil. It's an all-purpose lightweight soil. It has slow release fertilizers in it. When it comes to purchasing seeds or starts from another company, I typically like to try to purchase their fertilizer. I don't always, but I like to in some cases, especially like my potato seeds and my onion starch. It specializes more particularly to those vegetables, and I just think that when you're purchasing from the company that specializes in it, that their fertilizer is a little bit more geared towards the particular product that they were growing. These are the fertilizers that I purchased from Dixondale Farms. The onion special is what I'll be using in this video, as well as fertilizing the onions as they grow. And I also will be using the ammonium sulfate to fertilize the onions as they grow as well. Okay, so now that I showed you all the supplies, I get everything together in one spot so I'm not having to go and find something or go get something. I like everything to be within hand's reach so that I'm not wasting any excess time. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I fill the green stalks, and then I'm going to show you exactly how I plant the onion starts into the soil and how I get the soil put together. So one thing I want to show you with the green stalks that I love and that they come with are these little things, okay? They're used for many purposes. You can, put it over the hole underneath the base that I showed you in the first video, but also I'm going to show you can put it on the top so that when you're putting soil in it, it's not spilling everywhere. So for instance, when I sit there and I put all those bags of soil in all of these right here, without it making a huge mess, you just cover the top here. A little bit may come out here, but it's not that big of a deal. But this right here, it can get really messy and you can lose some soil up there. So it's really great for that too. So as you can see, I don't fill it all the way to the top because I like to use straw to keep the moisture in and from any potential rain beating down on the soil. But this is what it looks like. As you can see, this really helped me. Now, of course, there's a bit of a mess, but it's very limited. You just sweep it right up or hose it right down. But this is what it looks like. And of course, these will go in between. So what you would do is you would take this off and then you put that right over like so, kind of snug it in, and then you just layer them and keep going. Now, as I said, I put straw, so what I'm gonna do is actually put straw around the whole top and then put that on. So here's the straw that I use. It's a certified organic premium mulch garden straw. I put it on everything and I've seen a huge difference in just a moisture retention, but also just the nutrients being kept in my garden soil. So I'm going to show you how I put it on the top there, and then I would just scoot it back when I plant my onion starts, and I'll show you that when I actually do that. So here's why, as you can see, I don't put it all the way up to the lip, because I like to put the garden straw right here just to kind of keep the moisture in. And then I'd fill the whole entire thing up and then put this right in the middle. Now I'm going to show you how I plant my onion starts in each pocket. So now I'm going to do the rest of the pockets in this one layer and then show you my final product. So here I'm creating a hole in that pocket to plant my onion start, And I'm putting a teaspoon of that onion special fertilizer that I showed you earlier, putting a little bit of dirt on top of that before I put the onion start in there. And as I put that in there, I then put dirt around the root of the onion start to make it secure, to get acclimated into its new home. And then I brush the straw over the top to keep the moisture in and the onion start protected. And I will continue to do this throughout each pocket of my green stalks, but for this video you'll see me do a whole tier of onion starts so you have an idea of how to plant them in a green stalk. Okay, so it's the next day. I have already planted all of my onion starts into each pocket. The last thing I do is I fill up the reservoir on top with water so that the water can trickle to each one of the pockets. Then I lightly sprinkle each pocket with some water just so that it can get acclimated into its new home. And I'll show you how I do that right now. Okay, here's the top reservoir. I'm gonna fill it with water. I don't have it on right now because I don't have all the supplies to use my mic yet, and it's very loud and you probably won't be able to hear me very well. But what I do is I just fill it up with water until it starts to trickle through each layer into the reservoir that I had shown you yesterday. And what you wanna see is water trickling out of that clear tube that's connected to the base. That way you know each tier received the amount of water that it needed and each pocket was watered. Okay, you could probably hear all the water trickling. I hope you can, and you can see all the water pouring out. That's how you know water is filtering through each tier and each pocket. And the very last thing I do is just sprinkle around each pocket just to make sure they've all gotten soaked into their new home. And that's it. So comment below, subscribe, because I'd love to show you more videos on how I garden and the ways that I garden. Have a great day. Bye-bye.